So our producers want us to read this. What you are about to enjoy or hate is simply three friends talking football and talking out their asses. Opinions mostly is for entertainment purposes only. You may offer great insights into the NFL and perspectives no one else has. Possible side effects do include feelings getting hurt, being offended, and losing respect for one another.
What's up, friends, family, faithful viewers? Thank you for joining us on another installment of Opinions Mostly. It is Wednesday, September 24th. We will try to upload this as soon as possible. Joseph, on time this time. You have plenty of time to do it. But before we start talking football, let me introduce you to the one, the only AA Ron the Hammer Quillen. What's up, AA Ron?
What's up, my guys?
We're bringing the heat tonight, baby.
Perfect timing. Jesus Christ.
You got Odes over there?
Yeah, as soon as he said my name, he was like, what is up, my guys?
What's up, dude? Why don't you tell the viewers what's one thing you got to know since last time?
My one thing to note is currently happening now. There's a storm brewing outside, thunder and lightning. My power's flickered a couple times, so if you lose me, that's why.
Uh-oh.
That is a good thing to fucking know. Oh, hi, Obes.
Yeah, perfect timing.
He's using the force.
Yeah.
We will keep that in mind, Aaron. Thank you for that update. Has it been raining a lot in California?
No. This
is a good thing.
Yeah, and it's like I can still hear the thunder and it's not raining anymore, so it's another dry thing. So hopefully no fires.
Yep. I was gonna say, welcome to Tennessee with all the dry thunder. Holy shit, it's been crazy out here.
Yeah.
But we get a lot of rain. All right. Thank you, sir. Moving on. Let's go with Joseph, the one, the only, Spoilerich. The guy is known for his special teams. Joe, what's your one thing to note?
As everyone should know, and I hope you guys would know, I'm not a flat earther, okay? I don't believe that the earth is flat. It's round, okay?
Are you sure about that?
Oh, yeah. I know I got a lot of crazy takes, but I'm not a flat earther, so that's the good news. The bad news is there's a planet in our solar system that is not round. It's Mars. It's actually shaped like a rugby ball. It's a very rocky terrain planet, and it's shaped like a rugby ball, if you can believe that. So if you wanted to go on, about Mars not being a flat, not being round, I'm all here. I'm all ears for it.
So that is definitely a personal thing to note. That's
Mm-hmm.
that Mars is shaped like a rugby ball. Thank you for that.
40 years from now, when they start colonizing.
I feel so much closer to you, Joe.
I'm obviously your host, Nick the Shark Herbst. My one thing to note is I can only hit parlays and stuff when I don't post it. So don't expect to be hidden, boys and girls.
It's bad business.
That is bad business. I
Here
might have
at
to
Opinions
retire.
Mostly.
Yeah, I might have to retire my segment for something else pretty soon.
Nick, I'm on that boat with you. I'll give people gambling advice, be like, bet the over or the under on this, and they win it. But God forbid I put money on it and do the same exact parlay. Now I'm the asshole that loses, right?
Dude, exactly. Let me actually, I'm gonna take this one step farther right now. I'm gonna tell you about my last one, which I didn't post, but I was like this close to, and God was telling me not to, and here's why, because it would have been embarrassing. But I picked for the Thursday night game, I picked the over of 52.5 for the total points. I picked the over of the Lions getting 23.5 points. I picked the under of the Ravens getting 29.5 points and the Lions to win.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, is right.
Yep. It's right there.
So I was fucking like, I lost a big one, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna win this one. And I'm going to be up. I'm going to end the week up because it was a $10 wager. Pay me out $60. If you watch that game, I was like, oh, yeah, this is like nothing. I was like in bed. Celine was already asleep. I was like, just listening to it. I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be great. They ain't going to score because why in the fuck would they?
Right?
Fucking Ravens score to put it at 30 fucking points for no fucking reason at all. They didn't have to. I'm telling you right now, gambling is rigged. It's all fucking bullshit. There's absolutely no way that should have happened, and for some reason it did. So
This weekend was wild though.
it was
Very
wild.
unpredictable.
It
I
was.
lost my ass off this weekend, but it is what it is. Ugh. Woo. All right, got that out. All
I know I
right.
missed a lot of picks this last weekend.
Yeah.
I think we're all in that boat actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who had, yeah, we'll get into it.
I can't wait to see. Oh wait. Anyways, I know what I'm talking about. Let's go through week 3 and all the games that happened. All right. So first off, we were doing it live. We were recording this live when the Dolphins lost 21-31 in what was a close game up until the fourth quarter.
Hey.
Or well, I
Mm-hmm.
guess second half, but fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
21-31. Dolphins are 0-3. Bills are 3-0. Joe, you got anything to say about that game?
Just the Bills proving their dominancy and proving that the Dolphins just everything comes apart outside of Miami when the game is on the line. It looked like a competitive game, like you said. First half looked competitive while we were recording and filming. It was tied, I think, at halftime at 15 apiece, if I recall.
14, but
But
yeah.
14, yeah. So, Bills just keep continuing their dominance here in the AFC North, AFC East, excuse me.
Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, agree with Joe. It looked like it was going to be a competitive game and almost like the Dolphins were going to pull it off, but Bills are just dominant and they came away with the dub 3-0.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious at this point if the Dolphins run where they were undefeated,
Mhm.
if they're going to go defeated this whole entire season. I don't have any faith in them. It was really exciting until it wasn't, and then Josh Allen is still that guy. He deserved.
Quiet on set. My guy.
No.
He's
Sorry.
like,
Excuse him. I just fed
All
him.
right, the next one, I guess I'll just get it over with. The Packers dropping the ball to the Browns 10-13. I will talk about this a little bit. Obviously no one saw it coming. We already know that. Celine, we had some friends over, two other couples. One was a Browns fan. When I say couples, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get into it. Anyways, two other Browns fans. And the whole game was just trash. It was trash from start to finish. We had, I think, 14 penalties or something the whole entire game.
hmm
Lost to the Browns from a blocked field goal, and then they kicked a field goal, which is the stupidest fucking way to win a game, especially against a supposedly dominant team such as the Green Bay Packers. I'm not super concerned with the loss. I'm more or less just disappointed. I think us trying to say we're going to go undefeated this year was never really a thing anyway, so this would be the one that I would like to have dropped, which we did. And funniest thing was Celine texted me as we're all sitting there watching the game, and she's like, "No more people at our house on football Sundays."
Whoa. That's the whole reason why I'm not flying out on Sunday.
Oh man.
I don't think she was talking about family. I think she was talking
Oh.
about strangers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's
Because we
fair.
picked these people up
That's
off the
right.
street. Well, you guys
Oh,
didn't watch
okay.
football. Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
I still think the Packers are going to be. They're still a dominant team. It was just a fluke, whatever. Aaron, anything to add?
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, just keep it short. Like, didn't expect Green Bay to drop the ball, or Cleveland to get that field goal. So, I mean, that it any given Sunday, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
That's the best.
just one of those Sundays.
Yeah. Joseph.
Wild game start to finish. I'm like, why is the Packers only? It's like 10-zip in the second quarter here. What are we doing here? I was expecting to blow them out. I think it was a game that the Packers just overlooked. They were talking about going undefeated from questions in the media going into that game. Obviously, we got the big one in Jerry World, week 4. So I bet you a little bit of look ahead on that. And then I think the Browns probably have the best defense in the league, all 3 levels. They're not going to win a lot of games because their offense can't score and their special teams is really wonky.
I will correct you real quick. It was 3-0 at halftime, but also I
Mm.
agree with the whole Brown statement of like, unfortunately, I think the Browns do have a really good defense.
They always do every year.
Mm-hmm.
They got to figure out their
Yeah.
offense here. I don't think Shador is the answer either, but
I mean, we
But-
won't know. We won't know until he plays.
We won't know until he plays.
Yeah, see, yep.
So, Dog Pound, shout out for your win. That was eye-opening, but I know that not even they were excited about it. They were just kind of like, "What the fuck just happened?"
We won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Next thing you know, you look up, it's like, "What the fuck?" Okay. All right, moving on. Colts. Oh, by the way, sorry. Packers are 2-1. Browns are 1-2. Colts. They beat the Titans. No shocker there. 41-20. Colts are 3-0. Titans are 0-3. Aaron, what are your comments on this?
Finally a punt in Indy.
Yep.
We had one punt. They had a punt. Uh, I mean, what else can you say? A revival of Danny Jones, Indiana Jones here. I mean, maybe not even a revival, an awakening maybe. Is New York that toxic? You know, you got Saquon Barkley leaving, going to blow off, blow up, and then look at what Daniel Jones is doing here. Um, are they Super Bowl contenders? I mean,
Oh.
honestly,
Oh.
they're playing phenomenal football. So, yeah, it's my notes of the game.
Yeah. Josephine. I like the Super Bowl contenders though there.
That's a I wouldn't say that's a hot take. That's an interesting one though. I mean, they're proving they're playing, they're talking the talk and walking the walk here. So
I mean, one punt in 3 games
yeah,
is
that's also
really
wild.
impressive in its own. You know,
Um, with your Super Bowl potential question, I think we're going to see a lot of them this week when they come and play the Rams. That'll be a good one for sure. I think it'll be a good measuring stick for the Colts. Cam Ward looked really good in this game, in my opinion. I think the Titans got a good quarterback for the future. They just gonna have to go through these growing pains of losing for the first 2 seasons, rookie year and second year before they actually get good and develop. Yeah, with Indy, man, we'll see what's going on. Aaron, yeah, first punt in 3 games. Like, wow, that's wild for sure.
and the only one.
And the only one too. That's wild. Yeah, we're gonna see where Indy is for sure. I mean, I think Aaron and I were talking in the offseason. I like the idea of Danny Dimes quarterbacking for the Colts here. And Aaron, to your point, I think the New York is toxic. Saquon leaves, does good. Uh, Danny Jones leaves, does good. Geno Smith leaves, does good. Sam Darnold leaves, does good. Brett Favre essentially leaves the Jets and goes to the Vikings and does good. Does even
We're
better
talking
with the
about the
Vikings.
Giants.
Yeah. I'm talking about Jets and the Giants.
Talking about New York. New
Yeah,
York.
New York in
Oh,
general. Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets. He leaves. He's doing better in Pittsburgh by a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, he did.
he's
One
about
one
the
week.
same, Joe.
Week one. Uh, my significant things were Jonathan Taylor getting 3 touchdowns. That's crazy. Danny
Mhm.
Dimes, yes, we already know he can manage games and he can win them. And then Michael Pittman, I want to give a shout out to him because I got him in 2 of my leagues, but he's riding the bench and he's made me like pay attention. Like, oh shit, should I be
Start to
riding?
wonder, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should I be keeping him on the bench? Week 2 for him wasn't as good, but he still had like 40 yards and like 5 targets or something. So, shout out to Michael Pittman, man. I thought you were washed up. I thought you were done, but he's showing he can do it with the right quarterback. So, Bengals, they lost, not just lost, they got their ass beat 10-48 against the Vikings. Bengals are 2-1. Vikings are 2-1. Joe, give us some insight here.
Well, I had boots on the ground in U.S. Bank Stadium. My friend Scott was there with his 2 kiddos, and he just told me it was a all-out party. Especially when Rodgers got that interception, scoop and score, not once but twice in the game, poking it loose from Jamar Chase. That was just wild. I don't know, guys, if Jake Browning was really that guy. I mean, given the Vikings have a good defense and a good defensive play caller in Bowles, Todd Bowles, yeah. Um, Carson Wentz just needs to be a game manager, and Carson Wentz homecoming game for him. Growing up a Vikings fan, watching them when he was growing up in the old Superdome before it got destroyed. I don't know this Bengals team. There's a lot of people that have a lot of hope in Jake Browning, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's there, guys.
I mean, his first game, like starting this season, you got to give him like a little bit of leeway. But yeah, I don't know. Carson Wentz is a veteran, and I guess that's where it comes into play when you got this guy that knows how to play football and has been playing football, and this guy that knows how to play football but hasn't been playing football, kind of thing. Um, Jordan Mason, that's his name, right?
Yeah,
The guy that's taking over for Aaron Rodgers. Keep an eye
Jones.
on him. That could be, or yes, Aaron Jones, excuse me. Keep an eye on him. That's something I'm going to watch fantasy wise because I know a lot of people already picked him up and all that stuff, but he's probably still available in a couple of leagues or at least riding someone's bench where you could get a trade in. Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Give, Browning a little bit more time. Minnesota looked good. We're able to go in there and dominate.
Amen, brother. All right. Steelers. They snuck away with the win, is how I think about this game. Which is why when you mentioned Aaron Rodgers, I was like, calm down.
Yeah, and against the Patriots too.
Yeah. Rick May had better numbers than he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Steelers won 21-14. Steelers are 2-1. Patriots are 1-2. I'm gonna start this one. I'll give you the next one, Aaron, because I want to skip Joe's favorite team. Drake May, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns. I have Drake May in fantasy leagues. Am I ready to play him? No, I am not ready to play him, but I like the development against a tried and true established veteran team who's supposed to be dangerous in the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's all I gotta say about that. Aaron, take it away.
I kind of agree with you in the fantasy aspect of Drake May, but he is good in super flexes. I have him in a super flex, and I play him in that super flex spot, and so far it's been working out great for them. So he's a good super flex option
I like that.
fantasy.
I like that super
Um,
flex. That's good.
yeah.
That's a good move.
So yeah, I mean, he looked good. New England's just not able to, finish the game or even get started. 14 points. It's a pretty low scoring game even for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, not really impressed with the Steelers, but yeah, kind of my takes from the game.
Yeah. Joseph?
Who the Patriots get their one win against? Oh, it's the Dolphins last week. I see. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, so poster child Aaron Rodgers here, didn't have the brightest of day. Patriots defense was definitely kind of getting to him. Patriots turned the ball over 5 times in this game. 5 turnovers to the Steelers, 1. Um, the defense looked pretty reasonable for the Steelers for being like the highest paid defense in the league, probably also the oldest defense in the league. But yeah, this to Nick's point, this is the Patriots just losing the game, so the Steelers just winning for sure. So Steelers go across the pond now to play the Vikings.
That's gonna be rough.
I don't know if the Patriots will win another game this season, if I'm being honest.
That'll be good.
I mean, they'll beat the Dolphins again.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Yeah, weather pending. If it's under 70, for sure.
One thing to note on your 5 turnovers, you get 5 turnovers and you only score 21 points.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's
Something's wrong.
you got to take advantage of that.
Yeah. All right. Skip that game. We're gonna go to Jets at Buccaneers. This was a tight game. Something that was a little bit surprising, I guess. Jets lost 27-29. Jets are 0-3. The Bucks are 3-0. Aaron, give us your thoughts on that.
I think we're not giving the Jets enough credit, even without Justin Fields. They played well. They fought hard. They fought a good team. They came close to winning. Tampa Bay is just a better team, and they were able to pull it off in the last drive. So, yeah, I mean, with Justin Fields coming back, they're gonna win some games. They're gonna start winning some games.
I like that. I agree. Joseph?
Yeah, to Aaron's point, Justin Fields, second favorite player in the league for me, behind Rodgers. Look, I think the Jets.
This fucking guy, I can't with him.
I don't know if you guys were following this game at all, but it looked like disaster was brewing in the first half. It looked like this is going to be like a 33-6 game with the Buccaneers, with the way they were dominating not only offensively but defensively. But the Jets were able to put some drives together. They figured out they got a touchdown catch from Garrett Wilson. They got a blocked punt that they scooped and scored for a touchdown to lead the game 26-27. No, 25. 26-25. And then that was just enough time for Dangerous Baker roll down the field to set up for the game-winning field goal. We do lose Mike Evans in this game. Looks like it's his annual yearly soft tissue injury that he gets every single year. I like Tyrod Taylor as a serviceable backup. I think he's pretty damn good. I think he's just been dealt some bad hands at previous stops, including the Chargers, where the medical team, his own medical team, punctures his lung.
Almost killed him.
Oh
That was
yeah,
against the
it's like
Raiders
what?
too.
Oh, the right, yeah, it's like okay,
Well, the funny thing is these guys are supposed to be like the top-notch
yeah,
doctors. People
Yeah.
think
100%.
that's fucking terrifying.
What are we doing here? You know what I mean? Trusting
Yeah,
these guys with my life here, and you're gonna puncture my lung and then just start the protege Justin Herbert in his first start as a rookie. Anyway,
That's real.
Boys, announcement. I'm gonna drink White Claw because why not?
go for it. Clause the law.
Dude, let's go, dude. I love it. I love it. Aaron's
Yeah.
never drinking a podcast. I love it.
Yeah, that's true, man.
I mean, you know,
been a while.
It's been a fucking week.
Hell yeah, dude. You know what? Cheers to a fucking week, because I can cheers to that. That's
Cheers.
some
A
fucking
lot of overtime, a lot of extra days, a lot of shit. Love to do it,
Mhm.
make money. Actually, I keep telling everybody, I'm like, yeah, I'll stay. This is my Nashville money and rent
yeah.
money.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, you got a hot date coming up too, so you better be
This
Heyo.
guy. This guy. Anyway,
shout out Sarah. Sarah, if you're watching, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend, Sarah. No.
we do need more viewership, so any share helps.
I think we're doing pretty good. We got 74 followers, I think, something like that, which we're starting to work our way up, but yes.
Our social remind me to make a group chat, by the way, but our social media guy RJ has been doing a phenomenal job.
He has.
Yeah.
Shout out RJ. Good job, RJ.
Shout out.
RJ, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. Stupid. Okay. Sorry, Joe, you have more. I apologize.
No, you're good. I think
I got a sidetrack, sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
I like Aaron's point. I think the Jets will start winning some games here, especially with Fields coming back. There's too much talent on that team not to.
I mean,
a lot
still
of
got
these-
Brees Hall. They still got Garrett Wilson. They still have a great defense. Like they got all the pieces, and it looks like their offense is clicking. So,
And a lot of their issues and their penalties are self-created. They're all self-inflicted. So once they just smarten up and be a little more disciplined, I think they could turn into a formal team as the season goes.
yeah.
My only thing to note is this is kind of like tough to say because like when you read his stats, like it doesn't come out right, but I feel like Baker needs to do better. I don't know if it's just me. He has
Are you not entertained?
He has phenomenal stats like on paper. He has 0 interceptions, fantastic. 72.9 QBR, which is 6th in the league. 6 touchdowns, so he's tied for 5th in that place, but so is a bunch of guys. And then 615 yards, which is 18th in the league. I don't feel like Baker's doing everything I thought he would do this year. I feel like he should be putting up way more numbers than that. I don't know if it's because I'm a big Baker fan or what, but I want to see more out of him. I want to see them beating teams by like 40 points, you know.
Chill, dog. Just chill, dog.
I know, but I'm gonna be tough on him because Baker's a fucking good quarterback, and he needs to keep.
He is allegedly partially injured with his throwing hand.
Not throwing any interceptions doesn't you know that doesn't correlate with that fact. All right, moving on. Joseph, your Rams dropped the ball 26-33. They are lost to the Eagles. They are 2-1. The Eagles are 3-0. What do you got to say about that game?
Well, first off, they were offsides on the tush push twice, and it was not called.
Hey, we brought
doing?
this up. We brought this up at the last podcast.
What are we doing? You look at Jab Saturday breaking it down Monday morning, like, look, they're offsides, but they're not even going to call it. There's no flag on the play. No, I mean, the Rams did good. This game was truly the tale of two different halves. I mean, the Boo Birds were flying in the first half against the Eagles. And I think Nick Sirianni was like, you know what? I'm taking over play calling duties for the second half. We're going to fucking roll through this. So, the Rams were up 27 or 26 points. They need to find a way to finish. I think they settled on one of the punts in the first half where they could have been a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, getting the field goal blocked twice does not help. And also, it made me recognize that we're not going to get over this hump of beating the Eagles if we don't have some big physical corners, because A.J. Brown was just manhandling whoever was guarding him, because it's just these very skinny toothpick looking corners, and A.J. Brown's just this big strong, muscular receiver. He just playing bully ball with them, like Shaquille O'Neal in the low post in the Lakers, like straight bully ball.
Those are my
But
thoughts.
huh?
Those are my thoughts exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's what I've noticed, man. I was like, fuck, they just put AJ Brown by himself, 1-on-1, give him a go ball. He's gonna get it, but give credit to Eagles. They're still that team. They figure out a way. They figure out ways to win, and the champ is the champ until someone knocks them down.
I will touch on the fact that watching that, I was distracted, but I watched that game was on YouTube on the other side. I watched what reminded me a little bit of Packers 2 years ago, where we start games really hot and then we can't finish. That's something that I'm gonna watch on the Rams side because you guys had them on the ropes and you guys should have kept them on the ropes. And then halftime hits, that's like a different ball game. So that's a red flag.
That's wild. I know. I agree with you, but give credit to the Eagles. They took care of business.
Yeah,
Found a way to win.
Yeah, to that point too, like it seemed like, because that's been a big narrative this season already with the Eagles offense not really producing much, but they're still winning games. And it felt like they found some sort of formula to start airing out the ball, start running it a little bit better, more consistently.
They probably got fucking lit up in the fucking in halftime.
Halftime speech.
Yeah,
I mean,
halftime.
if you were to tell me that we hold Saquon to 18 carries for 45 total yards rushing, I would tell you we blew them the fuck out.
Yeah.
As anyone
No,
should.
I agree.
All right, good shit. Aaron, this one's yours. Raiders.
Damn.
They lost 24-41 against the Commanders. Raiders are 1-2. Commanders are 2-1. Aaron, what the fuck happened? Namaste.
Namaste, yeah.
Let me paint you a picture. The year is 2000. There's an 8-year-old boy living in, okay, just shut up, all right. Living in a small mountain town of Twin Heart, California, following his father's footsteps, picking his favorite NFL team. If I could go back in time, boys, I would slap the shit out of that kid. It is the same thing every fucking year, okay? We don't have a fucking offensive line. We can't get a fucking offense going. Yeah, we have some spurts on defense, and then we get a touchdown here, blah, 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 blah. Whoop, you fucking do. We lose every fucking game, every fucking year. He has a goddamn quarterback who forces the ball almost every play. We have an offensive coordinator who can't fucking get away from these stupid little fake things. Oh my gosh. It is literally the same thing every year. I've seen him 3 winning seasons. 4 winning seasons. Okay. One of them was the Tuck rule. One of them was getting our asses kicked by the Buccaneers from a coach that we just traded a year before. One was Derek Carr breaking his leg. Another one was Derek Carr throwing an interception on a dead play that should have came back. I'm tired. I'm tired, boys. I'm so tired. Let me break down a stat for you right here. Okay, Ashton Genty has 144 total yards, right? 145 after contact. 57% of those are in the backfield.
Yeah.
Our offensive line, year after year after year, sucks so bad. And one of the main reasons why we're not winning games. With that being said, we're going to win out. Raiders are going to the Super Bowl. Let's go.
I mean, you do have Trey Tucker.
Yeah, no, Trey. Yeah, great. We had a fucking career day when, don't get me wrong, I'm stoked for him, and I've been a Trey Tucker believer since we drafted him. Great. I picked him up in I think our Vampire League, or in a different league. I don't know.
Yeah, Trey Tucker, 8 receptions, 145 yards, 3 touchdowns. Every single touchdown pass
that we had,
was to Trey.
Yeah.
Gino did good this game. I mean, he tried. I mean,
he forces it in these stupid windows, and he makes dumb decisions, like throwing it out of bounds on 4th down. Take the sack or make an effort.
Give someone a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run. He has legs still, even being 32, whatever, 33. Like he
He
still
does.
has legs.
Yeah, you want to see more from him for
Yeah.
sure.
And I want to see more from Genty. I want to see better blocking from Genty. He
Okay.
like if you watch film, he plant your feet and block.
Mhm.
He's kind of just standing there. So
Yeah, I know. I'm a little disappointed in Gentry, but whatever. Genty, excuse me.
well, like I said, they're gonna win out and we're gonna win the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, of course. Duh. Joe?
Aaron, to your point, is it time for Tom Brady to become the offensive coordinator?
yeah, I don't care. Just something. Fuck Chip Kelly. Like some of these play making this like every fucking play there's some sort of fake. Like
Mhm.
what are we doing? Or it's a running Genty down the gut.
Mhm.
Whenever we run it, start running some outside runs. Start getting some
Mhm.
play actions going. Start running some screens and start taking shots down the field. Let's just get back to basic fucking football. This is ridiculous.
That's the Mike McCarthy. After you win the Super Bowl, you just do the same thing over and over and over again, no matter
Yeah.
Mhm.
what.
Yeah.
Even if you fucking lose, even if it looks bad, it doesn't matter. Just keep doing it. It'll work one day.
And Chip Kelly is allegedly calling Brady twice a week, going over the play schemes here. Allegedly. So, look,
Allegedly.
I think with
I'm ready
the
for Tom Brady to just throw in a jersey and just say,
yeah,
I'm going to do this myself. Actually, I don't think he would want to get behind the auto line.
no, yeah, that's a business decision, man, to stay in the booth for him.
Mhm.
Yeah, look, I think with the Ashton Genty stuff, I think we're just being a little bit too zealous with wanting him to be great, especially what we saw at Boise
No,
last year.
look at his blocking highlights.
Oh, I know.
Like
I think
he just
he's coming
stands
along.
there.
He's a rookie. He's coming along. Remember at Boise, he didn't have to block. They just fed him the ball and he just took off,
Well, welcome to the NFL. I don't know what to
I
tell
know,
you.
I know.
All right, adapt.
He's a rookie. He's growing. He's developing. So I'd say we'll just need to give him a little more time. Uh, be on the lookout. Marcus Mariota looked like a starter. No offense, Aaron. He looked like a starting quarterback
I
Yeah,
on
agree with
Sunday.
you.
Be on the lookout if what's his name, the current quarterback for the Bengals, Corey Joseph.
Thank-
Wait,
What?
I'm sorry. Where are you going with this?
Who's the Bengals quarterback right now? It's
Jake
Browning?
Browning?
Jake Browning.
We just talked about him.
Oh, I know. That's totally just in one
You
ear
need
out the
another
other.
beer. You need another beer.
Be on the lookout if Jake Browning doesn't do good. If the bucket or the Bengals just straight up ask, "Hey, can we get Marcus Mariota from you for like a third rounder or something?" Just to hold down the fort until Joey Burrow comes back, if he does come back. Just saying.
Interesting take there. Okay. Marcus Mariota, I don't know. He was in prime form. I don't expect a lot from him.
No.
Wait, hold on.
He had a game like that with the Raiders, and then the next game he shit out. So
Yeah. And
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be consistently good.
I mean, is oh my gosh. Daniels coming in? Is Jaden Daniels even
He should be coming back this week.
Yeah, I think he'll be back this week. If not, one more week for sure. Yeah.
he feels good, but the status is up to the doctors. Okay, so we'll see.
Okay.
Um, okay. Moving on. Falcons fucking got their ass beat by the Panthers, which
Who had this?
yeah,
Surprising.
Yeah, no one-
Surprising.
to get shut out is fucking insane. To get shut out by the Panthers is even more insane.
Mhm.
Michael Penix Jr. showed that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Two interceptions. Falcons are 1-2. Panthers are 1-2. Thanks to the Falcons. Chuba Hubbard didn't even have that good of a game. It was kind of like this was like the most boring game to watch, but it was also thrilling at the same time. I don't really know. I don't have belief in either of these teams now. More or less the Falcons because of this game, but Panthers maybe can use this as one of those wins that like you ride off of. You go, look, we beat.
Little bit, get a little
Yeah.
bit of momentum.
Yeah. Like a little fire starter here going,
Mhm.
okay, you know what? We can win games. How are we gonna win them? And they're like, we don't know, because like we don't have anybody that we really you can like say is a star player, but
Yeah.
we can win them. So that's a little hope for the Panthers. I don't have much more to say about that. If one of you guys wants to take that away,
I mean, Kirk Cousins time, right?
Kirko.
Yeah, no, I think you said all that really needed to be said, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a surprising. It was a surprising blowout. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, blah, 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 blowout. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, Bryce Young played mistake-free football, 15 of 24, 121 yards. He rushed for a touchdown. Um, do you remember the last time the Panthers played the Falcons? It was the last game of the season last year in Atlanta. And that's when Bryce Young like really showed his potential. He threw that like nice little 40-yard flicker, and he just walked back to the sideline like Steph Curry. When Steph Curry shoots that three, he starts going back the other way, like it's in. Yeah, it was like that confidence and the moxie on that was like nice. So yeah, I think yeah, maybe just Bryce Young could build off of this. I think it's a bigger problem with the Falcons. I mean, all that talent they allegedly have on the offensive side, we can't even produce. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
there you go. I like that. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. The Falcons they got to do some soul searching here.
While you pull that up, Bijan had 13 carries for 72 yards. Chuba had 17 for 73. So like almost neck and neck. You still lost. Like Bijan didn't do what he's supposed to be doing. And Drake London, I mean, come on now, boys.
Missing person
Bijan was a
alert. Drake
first round
London.
pick for me in a league too.
Oh, he was a lot for everybody. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
that's what,
so is Saquon too, and Saquon hasn't really done anything.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's yeah. Let's
Not
take a
yet.
note for next year. Whenever we draft, don't believe what fucking analysts say.
The hype.
You know,
I was
Yeah, the
believing
hype
what I wanted Saquon. It was what I believed, and I
well,
was wrong.
well, it's early. He might turn around the second half of the season.
This is true.
To Aaron's point.
These may be facts.
Yeah, to Aaron's point. Yeah, I took Jamar Chase in the first round, and look, now I'm SOL.
I did
'cause
too
he doesn't have someone to throw
in the other Vampire League.
to. Like, oh man.
All right. Texans lost 10-17. I'm not gonna say it because we got a segment later, but Texans are 0-3. Jaguars are 2-1. The Jaguars, I think I might have picked them for this game. I said Texans are gonna get their ass beat. It wasn't.
Got.
Yeah, they're gonna get got. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't an ass beating necessarily, but it was also shockingly close the whole entire game. It was like a Packer. It's like the Packer game. It was just kind of like, what are we really doing here? Joseph,
Mm-hmm.
thoughts? Introduce.
Yeah, I was keeping track, and it was like both teams were making mistakes and errors left and right. I'm like, oh, this is a chance for the Texans to capitalize. Oh, this is a chance for Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars to capitalize. And yeah, it was a very close. It was a sloppy game, but nothing really to add. I mean, I think they need to figure out what they want to do with Travis Hunter here. One reception, 21 yards. He was playing a lot more defense than offense in this game. I think I don't know if they truly have figured out what they want to do with him yet, because I think he could be the secret key ingredient to unlock Trevor Lawrence in that passing game with Jacksonville if he played one way and only played offense. But
yeah, they need to hone that in. I'm gonna jump in and agree. Like, develop him as a wide receiver. Stop distracting him as other things. Yeah, he can do both. That's great. But what are we in this for? Are we in this for the TikTok views? Or are we in this for the Lombardi Trophy? Like, where are we at on this?
I absolutely agree.
Aaron, anything else you want to add?
Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to really watch this game, so I agree with you guys.
Well,
I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I thought Texans had that for sure. So that's all I really got to say.
You saved some time by not watching it. I'll tell you.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey,
baby. All right.
Hey.
This game, I thought was going to be more of a shootout, and 2023 isn't a big shootout in my opinion. I think we say anything over 50 points is more of a shootout. Broncos lost 20-23 against the Chargers. Chargers are 3-0, sealing that okay, are the Chargers the real deal this year against the Broncos, which have a strong defense. Broncos are 1-2. Aaron, you can kick this one off.
No, I thought this was going to be a close one anyway. I had a feeling that the Chargers were going to pull it off. Justin Herbert threw the most yards of any quarterback this year for 300 exactly. Kind of, but they only still scored 23 points. So, I mean, kind of says something about Denver's defense too, a little bit, because throwing 300 yards, you expect at least, 3-4 touchdowns. So, at least 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really too surprised Chargers are playing well. I think that was kind of everybody's thought that they were going to be, a real deal this year. Blech. Sorry,
I know
I
that
get the
pains
rest of the shit out of my mouth.
Aaron, in order in the AFC West, team you hate the most versus team you hate the least. What's that order?
Oh gosh,
Just your division though. Yeah.
Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers.
Okay.
It used to be Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs. It kind of changes, depending
Whoever's
on
good,
how
right?
things are going. Yeah. Now, you know what? No, fuck that. Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. 'Cause now I just fucking hate the Chiefs so goddamn much. And we'll get into it, but I'm so glad that their season's going the way it is.
Yeah.
hmm
Joe, you got anything to add?
I might have brought it up on opinions mostly one time before, but a couple of years ago, I had some friends in town from Sacramento to Denver. One of them was a Broncos fan, so I made a point of emphasis to do a stadium tour at Mile High. This was during the summer and the off season, so there's about a group of about 15 to 20 of us in the tour pack, and the tour guy went around asking everyone who your favorite team is, and yeah, everyone. It was a very diverse group. It's like good. We have no Patriot fans or Raider fans because if anyone was a Patriots or Raider fan, you are not allowed on this tour. Here's the exit. You can leave through the gift shop if you want to buy something. Thank you very much.
I wouldn't even step foot in there unless the Raiders were playing. So
uh, this was a fantastic game. I think it was a little bit a little bit lower score than like we were thinking, like what Nick was saying, especially all the high powered toys on both sides, both teams' offenses here. But Denver has come in as allegedly the best defensive unit in the league. I don't know. Cleveland probably has something to say about that now, but Chargers defense is nothing to bat an eye to. Hardcore, grit, physical, Jim Harbaugh type football. Quick little fun stack here. Facts entirely. The last time the Chargers were 3-0, 2002, when Drew Brees was their quarterback and LaDainian Tomlinson was breaking records left and right.
LT.
and then the Tuck rule happened.
Oh, 2002? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last time Jim Harbaugh was 3-0 as a coach was 2002 as well when he was a quarterbacks coach with the Raiders. Somehow that team went to the Super Bowl that year. I know it's not the outcome you want.
Then that was the year before was the Tuck rule.
Yeah. So that's the last time Jim Harbaugh was 3-0 as an NFL starting coach as well. Never went 3-0 with the Niners, surprisingly, but yeah, I mean the Chargers look like the real deal. They're a lot of fun to watch since they're not in my division or conference. It's been fun watching them. Jim Harbaugh and all his quotes he gives, his little one-offs are just fantastic.
Fuck Jim Harbaugh. Fuck Andy Reid.
I'm a fanboy of Jim Harbaugh as well.
Fuck them all, Raider Nation.
Raider Nation, baby.
Hey, he's a former Raider.
So
what's the key word there, Joe?
Coach, quarterback coach.
He's former. Now he's with the
former,
animal.
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, touche.
Coach still counts for something. You still get a ring. All right. I want to just say shout out to Keenan Allen. I like Keenan Allen. I like that he's like old. He had a rough first first quarter. I guess he was dropping balls, but he dialed it in. I like watching old guys do good because I've always wanted Devontae Adams to do well, and he didn't after he left the Packers. And no. He's doing okay right now. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But what I'm getting at here is I want to give him a shout out because he had 7 receptions, 65 yards, and a touchdown. He knows how to find himself open. He knows how to stretch the field if he needs to. He is fun to watch, in my opinion. He's a big dude. He's like got that Megatron thing going on, in my opinion.
He's a big receiver. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just like watching him play. I'm glad that like he got to experience one season with the Bears and see how fuck the Bears, like just garbage, and come back to the Chargers and show that he still knows how to play ball. That's a cool story to me. And also shout out Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton, I got him as a wide receiver in like a lot of my leagues, and that motherfucker, dude, puts up points.
Oh, he does, man.
It's gonna tell you right now, dude. I'm fucking team Cortland Sutton. All right,
most underrated wide receiver one.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
the Broncos. Can we move on? This is
most
just irritating
underrated
me.
wide receiver one, baby. I love it.
I got one more thing, Nick.
Oh
Keenan,
God.
Go
Keenan
Broncos.
Allen.
Broncos country. Let's
Okay,
ride.
we're gonna talk about the Chargers now, not the Broncos. Keenan Allen was on the McAfee show. They interviewed him, and he talked about coming back to the Chargers. He's like, it feels good to be home again. like to your point, 1 year removed from the Bears, seeing how fucked up an organization truly can be. So yeah, that's what Keenan Allen says. It feel good to be home, be
Yeah, I
back home.
think I got to sneeze. So, all
I
right.
like that face.
Uh,
I like that sneeze too.
no surprise here. Saints lost 13-44 against the Seahawks. Seahawks are 2-1. Saints are 0-3. I love Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, dude, classic, like cut out, die cut, standard quarterback. Like doesn't do anything too fancy. He just knows how to like win games. I respect him as a QB. The Saints, on the other hand, they fucking suck. Alvin Kamara is washed up, and they got to figure something out next year. All right, go ahead, take it away. I'll be right back.
I mean, what else is there to say? I don't know what he wants. He just said everything about how shitty the Saints are. I mean, do we expect the Saints to be any good this year? No.
No, they're going
You
to be the
know?
worst team.
Yeah. I mean, at this rate, there's a lot more like this year is weird already because we have so many bottom teams, that are like 0-3 right now and
Mhm.
are just have no signs of any sort of progression coming anytime soon. And the Saints it's either them or right now the Dolphins, you know?
I'd probably between those two teams, I'd probably take the Dolphins over the Saints just because they actually have some. They actually have
Some talent.
they have some talent. They actually have a
Yeah.
formidable quarterback that can play. To an
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, there's no sugarcoating it. The Saints are on their way to #1 draft pick next year, getting
Another
Manning.
quarterback.
Arch Manning, 100%. They're going to get
right.
Arch Manning out of Texas. Interesting little tidbit though. Right before halftime, the Saints kicked the field goal to bring the halftime total 38-6. If they didn't make that field goal or didn't attempt a field goal, allegedly that was the biggest blowout in the first half in Saints history as a franchise.
Wow, that's a good tidbit. Shout out Jackson Smith and Jigba. All right.
Our RJ, our social media guy, just texted me and said, "Seeing Raider fans talk shit about Max Crosby gets me."
Oh,
Why are you
So
talking shit about Crosby?
something's brewing with him.
all right.
Anyway,
Let me introduce this next match. You guys talk about it. I'll go do some research. All right, Cowboys. They lost to the Bears. Fucking crazy. 14-31. Cowboys are 1-2. Bears are 1-2. Joe, go ahead. You want to kick this one off?
Man, who had this on their bingo card for this Sunday, right? The Bears looking like a formidable offense now with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams clicking here. I said this game was gonna be crazy as soon as I saw that 50-yard flea flicker they did. Like that was just fucking wild, man. That was insane. I think Caleb Williams, no interceptions, 4 touchdowns, didn't get sacked once. This is the first game he hasn't been sacked since going back to his USC days, that's crazy. Um, Cowboys are just crumbling apart as we know it. They have probably one of the worst defenses in the league. Dak Prescott still looks pretty resolved at the quarterback position. Also, if you're Schottenheimer and the offensive coaches, what are we doing lining CD Lamb up in the backfield? Because of that, he got injured with the high ankle injury for 2 weeks here. Now you just lost another key player, especially going into one of the biggest games of this year, going against the Packers. So, give the Bears credit. They found a way. I think this is what Ben Johnson envisioned that his team should look like. And, at least for one Sunday so far, Caleb Williams looked like a justified #1 overall draft pick.
Yeah. Okay, that's funny.
Not to sound condescending or anything.
Fuck Caleb Williams, dude. He's trash. Aaron, I'm gonna jump in with this Max Crosby thing. So there's not much to it. I think maybe the Raiders, from what I'm reading on mainstream social media, they just want to see more production out of him. And I don't think they liked the fact that he lost his temper against the Commanders, but that's what he normally does.
I mean, can you blame him?
Yeah.
He plays angry, man.
And he's getting fucking double. Oh, he sent me screenshots. He's arguing with someone. Oh, that's fun.
Man, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
So it's personal.
Okay. Yeah, I have to read those later. But I mean, he's getting double team fucking held. And that was another thing I forgot to bring up. There was a roughing the kicker penalty that got missed on us.
Oh, yeah.
There was a roughing a passer at one point. Crosby's getting held every fucking play. Double team. And still putting on pressure. So
He's disruptive.
anyway,
That's what he's supposed
yeah, yeah.
to. Yeah. Aaron, any thoughts on Cowboys Bears?
I'm a little bit surprising that the Bears were able to just fucking dominate, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised that the Bears beat the Cowboys. I'm surprised about how bad the Cowboys are.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
makes sense. So, yeah,
I mean,
that's my key takeaway from that
Their
game.
defense is shit.
Some of these afternoon games, like they're really hard for me to watch because that's when we, as a business, start picking up bad, and
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
watch TV
For
or
sure.
watch games. So,
yeah. The only thing I will give to the Cowboys credit of losing, if that's how you say that, is
Mhm.
CeeDee Lamb did go out in the first quarter and then he was like gone.
Yeah.
So maybe that affected their game plan. But if you revolve your game plan around one or
Yeah.
two guys, then you don't really have a team anyways.
Yeah.
So
And Caleb Williams too did throw for 298 yards.
yeah. And 4 fucking touchdowns or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
I mean, I think that goes with Joe saying, they're starting to click a little bit better in that new offensive scheme. So we'll see.
I don't
It's gonna be interesting.
yeah. I don't believe in it, but that's okay. All right. Cardinals lost in a close one, 15-16 against the Niners. Niners somehow are 3-0, which is crazy with the injuries and stuff. Yeah, they've been playing semi-easy teams, but that's beside the point. If you win a game any given Sunday, like we just talked about, you can beat anybody.
Cleveland
So,
Browns, baby.
Cardinals are 2-1. I already said Niners are 3-0, 15-16. Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, with their injuries and their almost lack of production. I mean, Mac Jones had 284 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 52 yards rushing.
Mhm.
I it they're 3-0, but that's like kind of what Joe and I go back to where we were just talking about while you stepped away. You got a bunch of these teams that are surprisingly like 0-3, but with the Eagles and the Niners being 3-0 with not really high caliber offenses is kind of weird. Like we're having a little bit of a weird season already with how these teams are winning or losing. So, yeah, just go back to this game. I'm a little bit surprised that the Niners were able to pull this off. I think with like 1 second to spare, because my supervisor is a Niner fan, and he was like, "Oh no, we lost." And then like he got one update from ESPN and be like, "Oh, the Niners lose." And I guess there was like a field goal or something at the end that they ended up kicking, and then they won last minute. So barely skated by that one.
Yeah. Well, this goes to my point that I just made about
Mhm.
revolving your game plan around one person or two people. Their game plan was around Christian McCaffrey, and they didn't even really use him.
Nope.
Like, I mean, so they found a way to win the game with the rest of their team. That's
their
how football should be
their
played.
receiver Ricky Pearsall had what was it, like
120,
117, yeah, or something like that. I just
close
saw it. 117 receiving yards. I don't know how many touchdowns he caught though.
So talk about ways to win games, and then
Yeah,
on the opposite side, ways to lose games with the
yeah,
Cardinals. They had all their pieces, and they still couldn't
yep,
fucking pull it off against a second string team. Joe,
yeah.
add your
Crazy.
final thoughts, my friend.
Yeah, let's everyone just pump the brakes with a 3-0 in the Niners. They have the easiest schedule in the NFL. So I would hope you'd go 3-0 with your easy ass schedule, Niners. Okay, so
But with the injuries,
all
Yeah,
you
string team.
the Saints, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, they were full strength, so I'll give them that one. But I think it also just speaks to we're seeing a revival of a certain quarterback named Mac Jones, who Kyle Shanahan originally wanted in that draft with Trey Lance, but had to go get Trey Lance instead of Mac Jones. So I think we're seeing a revival here. Yeah, to your point, Ricky Pearsall, 8 receptions, 117 yards, no tutties, but Mac Jones was definitely getting the ball out and spreading it. The Cardinals have a decent pass
like
rush.
butter.
Just
What?
like butter, yeah. The Cardinals have a decent pass rush. They were able to force a safety in the end zone. It was a holding call, but it occurred in the end zone. Calais Campbell still doing his thing. So they called that a safety. And then yeah, Aaron, new field goal kicker, Eddie Pinero comes down. Mac Jones leads the drive to get them in field goal position, and then Eddie Pinero gets it after they cut Jake Moody last week. So yeah, the Niners they're 3-0, but honestly, fellas, coming from the NFC West guy that's watching and paying attention closer to these games than most people would be. Let's pump it up for the Niners right now. I guarantee you they get manhandled against the Rams, especially with Nick. Oh yeah, Nick Bosa's out for the season. We didn't even talk about that. He's out with that torn ACL too. So that's a big piece on defense they're losing for the rest of the season. So like I said, let's just pump the brakes a little bit with the Niners being 3-0. I think they come back down to earth here next month or so.
Even with that easy schedule. Okay.
Possibly, yeah. I'm hoping.
I'm gonna play on your own words. All right. Chiefs won 22-9, sealing their first win against the Giants. Giants are 0-3. I'll just take it a little bit. Chiefs needed to win one. If they would have lost this one, that would have been hilarious. This game was theirs to. Oh, May's crying. Oh shit! I gotta feed the. Sorry. Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, she's moaning. Sorry.
Love.
This would have been the one that if they would have lost, it would have been like, okay, the Chiefs aren't who we thought they were. I still don't believe in the Chiefs this year. I think there's too many distractions outside, off the field. They also are not clicking. There's an internal thing, I think, in the locker room. It'd be really cool to see inside how everyone's reacting to each other because I imagine it's not very good, even after beating the Giants. It was probably like one of those wins where it's like,
Yeah.
hey,
You mean Kelsey?
good job. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to pick on anybody because I know we have one fan out there who's a huge Kelsey fan, and I don't want to piss our one fan off that watches every episode.
I'm just
Talking
talking about the
about
blow up he had
Pops.
on the sideline with his coach. Yeah.
He loves Kelsey. He's like, don't talk bad about my boy like that. Mistakes and penalties. I don't know. Get it together. I mean, get it together. Click as a team. I
Or
gotta go
don't.
check. Fucking dog now. Sorry, I'll be right back. Or don't. Yeah, for Aaron's sake. If I don't get back in time, you guys finish this one. Talk about the Lions and Ravens.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks.
Honestly, if it wasn't the Giants, I think the Chiefs would have lost. Like they're not playing good
Yeah.
football. Like Nick was saying, a lot of distractions starting to show. Travis Kelce and Andy Reid screaming at each other again. Like something is going on. I believe that, and I am just sitting there eating my popcorn because it's great. They're gonna suck with us now.
It's the 4-month soap opera, or it's the soap opera that is year round, 365 days a year. The NFL. I'm still, yeah, I agree with you, Aaron. If this was any other team besides a New York team, the Chiefs probably would have lost. I'm still on the side of the line where let's wait for the Chiefs to get healthy and get everyone back together, and let's see what they look like around week 10, week 11 when everyone's back. The Giants, I was listening to Boston Connor on the Mackey show, and he just said something that I just totally agree with. He's like, I'm done with this New York project that the NFL is working on, force feeding us to watch these standalone games with the Giants and the Jets. He's like, I think there's new rule. The Jets and the Giants, they play at 1:00 on Sundays. Actually, no, they should play at 1:00 on Saturdays. So we have to bear witness to them on Sunday with the rest of the games. And he's like, you know what? We should just move the Giants and the Jets to the CW. They could play on the CW, and then the New York market will have their own dedicated channel to watch their New York team. And then, he went even further with the rant. He said, you know what? Maybe we just cut off where they play at and let it float out to sea all the way to London. Be like, congratulations, London. Here's your first 2 pro NFL teams. All right, the Jets and the Giants. This is how much pitiful they are. We don't want them anymore. Not even in our country.
It's MetLife, and they're actually in New Jersey.
Yeah, we'll just cut that piece off.
Yeah.
Let it float out to sea, and then let it float all the way to London. Well, in news, Jackson Dart will be starting this week against the Chargers, which will be interesting.
And for the rest of the season.
Yeah, with how devastating that offensive line is, that Russ couldn't even do it. Yeah, I guess the main takeaway is Cam Scadaboo, the local Rio Linda product, doing really good. Now he got that dog in him. It's fun watching him play. So, yeah, the Giants are just pitiful. They're just trash. Just put your rookies in. Cam, or not? I'm sorry, not Cam. Well, Cam is a rookie, but put Dart in. See what you got. See if maybe he can kind of figure it out and not get injured. Fingers crossed he doesn't get injured if you're a Giants fan.
I mean, if he does, then Jameis Winston time.
Jameis Winston time. Get ready for the best pregame speeches you will see, man. And
that's a comeback I'd love to see is Jameis Winston.
Jameis.
I love him. Yeah. All right, famous Jameis, dude. He's the man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Whenever he hangs it up, he's gonna have a life with he's gonna have a post life with being a TV analyst or
Mhm.
broadcaster, social media influencer.
I think he should keep doing what he's doing and be the guy that goes down and interviews everybody and is all the like the quirky
I think
shenanigan what do you call it? Reporter.
yeah,
Hmm.
he should be a reporter for Pat McAfee show.
Yeah,
Fucking
I would watch that. That would be
Hey
fun.
Pat, shout out Pat. Make sure you do that, okay? We'll take credit for that. We'll be his
Yeah,
sponsor team. We got the
yeah,
audio
Pickup,
guy
we
over here, the stats guy down here, and I will be the guy that wrangles him. So there
yeah,
you
we
pick up
want at least
Jameis.
25%.
go. Yeah. Each. No.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Business decisions.
All right, I want to finish this up. So let's do Lions or finish this segment. Let's do Lions at Ravens. Lions won 38-30. Lions are 2-1. Ravens are 1-2, which is a big surprise here. But I just want to say, I'm going to start this off by saying, if you watched our last episode, you saw that Joe and I did a little research in the pick'em part.
Oh yeah.
When was the last time the Lions played the Ravens? And I Googled it, and they said they have not played the Ravens since 2023, but they did play in 2025 on September 22nd or whatever it was. And the final score in a nail biter was the Lions 29, the Ravens 26.
Hmm.
And so I put all those bets in, lost them all. Almost won almost won the Ravens one. But it got me kind of thinking. 29-26 is a very unique score. How the fuck would that have gone? Anyways, did I do the math wrong? I mean, you don't really hear about that score a lot. How do you get to 29 points?
You
Uh,
miss a field goal or
field
two,
goals. Yeah, field goals. It comes
extra
down to
points,
Field
yeah,
goals and on safety, right?
miss
safety.
or 2-point conversions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. Biggest thing for me, Lamar Jackson still put on a show. Lamar Jackson, as much as I love to hate the guy just because I just don't like him. He did do what Lamar does, and he did have what, 3 touchdowns, passing touchdowns. I don't think he had any to Zay Flowers, which was a problem because I got Zay Flowers in like 4 out of 5 fucking leagues.
I
So
needed
So
that.
does
I
so
needed
does
that against you
RJ.
this week.
yeah, so fuck
Yeah,
that shit. Why are
yeah,
you
and I
not
have him in one
number
league
one wide
too.
receiver, my guy?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Mhm.
Uh, Aaron or Joe, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, Lions look. I mean, but it was a close game, right?
Mhm.
One standout for the Lions, David Montgomery with 100 or 12 carries for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Mhm.
Um, you know, that's speaks for itself a little bit. It's just all around a good game. Lions were able to come up on top.
Joe?
See, this should have been the Sunday night game. Like this should have been the Sunday night game, not Giants and Chiefs, standalone New York game.
I mean, it was a
Uh,
Monday night game though.
that's true. Fantastic game. Lamar
Yeah.
was doing his thing. He was cooking and he was in his pocket. Uh, rest of the team can't really. It looks like the rest of the team still trying to figure it out. We got Derrick Henry, third consecutive fumble 3 weeks in here. That's very alarming for sure when it comes to that side of the ball. It also told me that the Ravens do not have a good run defense. They are not really good at stopping the run. The Lions were able to run all over them. To your point, Aaron, yeah, Sonic and Knuckles, Montgomery and Gibbs were just tearing up the backfield and getting wherever they wanted to. I think it also just shows that the Lions are definitely back to form after that first game loss to the Packers. I think they're definitely back to their old ways and scheming with the loss of their coordinator. So Lions look dangerous, man. If they play like this and they play like last week against the Bears, it's gonna be them and the Packers in the NFC North. So it was a fun game, hell of a game. Going, Lions going for it on fourth down. Yeah, I think they're back to their old ways.
All right.
Okay, sorry. God, dude, I cannot do a single episode without something weird happening.
Popping off.
Dog is freaking out. Like, I had to grab the gat. No, he's barking at nothing outside, which is,
Probably the Thunder.
I don't know. It passed, so I don't know what the fuck. Okay, sorry. Great take, Joe. Hey, that was beautiful. 110%.
My pleasure.
All right, let's move on, boys. We're gonna do some notable injuries. I think some of the biggest ones from week 3 revolve around James Conner. James Conner, obviously, as you know, he's out for the remainder of the season.
Hmm.
Uh, he's undergoing surgery on his ankle. I had James. We're gonna keep going back to fantasy. I had James Conner in a couple of leagues last year, and then the year before that, he was never like a big producer. Obviously, you don't want to see anyone get hurt and all that stuff. How much does this affect the Arizona Cardinals?
I think pretty well because he was their starter, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, he was still in because I've had him in leagues too in the last couple of years, and he still put up numbers and helped that offense a lot.
He was hitting.
Um, but I think their backup's pretty good. I can't think of his name right now, and then they
Trey
still have
Benson.
Kyle.
Trey
Yeah,
Benson.
Kyler Murray still is a dual threat, so I think the run game's just going to be okay.
Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah, I think they'll tread water with the running game. Like to your point, James Conner was not a big producer, but he did produce in certain situations where you need to score or get the first down. Honestly, the Cardinals, their biggest problem is just figuring out the passing game and getting Marvin Harrison Jr. involved. So, um, and then to Aaron's point, Kyler Murray you can still do design runs for him, get him
Yeah.
moving as well. So, with the dual threatness of the quarterback, Kyler Murray, I don't think the run game takes a huge step down. And like I said, I think the biggest problem is just figuring out their passing game and getting that moving and evolving.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the Cardinals anyways, and yeah, I agree with you guys. You guys are right. So moving on, CeeDee Lamb, guys. As you know, he's out for well, who knows yet? He's technically doubtful, but he will be out 3 to 4 weeks. He's not on their IR, which is strange that they haven't moved him there. I don't know what they're expecting for him to happen. Excuse me. You got George Pickens still, Tolbert, excuse me, Jake Ferguson, and then the person who'll take CeeDee Lamb's place is Cavante Turpin, who I
Yeah,
know.
Turpin.
I will say that watching the Dallas Cowboys lose, as they did in that awesome fashion, they rely on CeeDee Lamb heavily. So I wonder how much the game plan is going to change moving forward.
Agreed. I mean,
Or
you just add that to the list of questions they need to figure out, including a pass rush and how to stop the run.
Hmm.
so
Who would have thunk?
we're gonna run Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. Miles
Hmm.
Sanders
Yeah.
still around here.
Yeah, wild,
Uh,
right?
yeah. Anything else you guys need to touch on there?
No.
Okay. Um, hold on, I lost my place. I'm just gonna go to Jaden Daniels since we talked about that. He feels good, but his status is up to the doctors. So, they control everything. He's not on the IR report, which means he has a very strong possibility of returning. Um, you believe in Marcus Mariota. I was like, what the fuck's that guy's name? Uh, Joe, do you think it's going to affect them moving forward?
No, because it's just very minor. It sounds like from everything I've been hearing from Shefty that like Jaden wants to play and he's prepared to go out there whenever the doctors say. Obviously, he just got to learn how to take the slides and not get hit as much. That's part of the issue with these mobile quarterbacks. They don't know when to slide. Josh Allen finally learned how to do it a couple of years ago in the Vrabel, but I don't think it's going to be an issue going forward with the Commandos.
Aaron, any concern?
No, I think they're gonna be okay.
Okay, and Scary Terry, the one, the only. So obviously, Jaden Daniels, left-hand man, he got hurt. He's seeking more opinions on his injury, so we don't know enough about this yet. But he is expected to be out. What? Well, okay. Let me just read from the source. Seeking additional opinions on his injured quad, leaving his status for Sunday's game, which this is old. Why the fuck are they telling me this? Um, they play Atlanta. Let's just bundle this up.
Atlanta
I
might
got
win.
knocked off track. I got knocked off track with my dog. Do you guys think if Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry do not return and they play Atlanta, what are their odds of winning that game?
It's still 60%, 70%.
Damn. Going up, going up. Joseph, any
I'm gonna go
insight?
down actually. I'm gonna go down actually, and I think also this kind of hinders Jaden Daniel and Scary Terry's like chemistry of playing together. Now that they're both out and they're not getting those reps together in the practice field and live situations here. So I think it just further hinders their kind of connection going forward for sure. Against the Falcons, I don't know. The Falcons, they might actually do something surprising and win. I don't know, but I don't like the sound of both of them being out for an extended duration.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up because chemistry is built around consistency, in my opinion. You know, you have good chemistry with someone, like instant chemistry, if you would. The more time you spend, uh, go check out instant chemistry on YouTube. Talent show.
Don't do that. I need to take
Relax.
that down.
Jungle Beats. Shout out Jungle Beats. That was mine and Aaron's little band there we had in high school. We played the talent show. Um,
Hmm,
instant
nice.
chemistry. Aaron, you want to talk about instant chemistry real quick while I do my research here because I fucked up.
What, our high school band?
That one specifically, though. That one specifically.
That was the band Nick and I started right after we had just met. I mean, he sat next to me in English. Like, well, okay. So Nick and I met because we sat next to each other in the English class. It was sophomore year. Yeah,
Mhm.
sophomore year. And Nick was always just the kid that I would bum paper off of. And then but we knew that each other liked the same music and that we both played bass and guitar and stuff. So one day Nick randomly just passed me a note that said, "Do you want to start a band that sounds like Say Anything?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And really it was just instant chemistry, you know?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
No, that band was fun. Nick and I would switch off between playing bass and guitar. We had two originals, I think, at that point that Nick had wrote, and then we played like that Polly cover, and then I think we tried a Blink cover too. I don't know. Those are fun days. Those were like when I was finding out what it was meant to be a musician at that time.
The ironic thing about that whole interaction was we did not sound anything like Say Anything.
No, yeah, no, not even close.
Okay.
I don't even know like what to call those songs, like what they were.
They
You
were
know,
indie. Rock.
yeah, I guess, yeah. I
An
mean that's pretty
interpretation.
close.
And interpretation. Oh, dude. Saturday, we bring Sarah over here. We play her cover song because we'll have Sean too. We can play my song. Yo,
Okay.
girl, back and listen to this.
I don't like. I'm not trying to embarrass myself here, my guy.
You better start practicing all those old songs we used to play.
You text me a list of what you want to play. We should do some acoustic Fear the Worst again if we're gonna do anything.
If we can, dude, that'd be cool. But yeah, fuck. Do you remember how to play all that? Yeah, of course you do.
Maybe I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I'm working
let's
on
do
a Bill Murray cover right now, but
oh my god. Let's do some Fear the Worst. Let's do a sweater song and whatever else we feel like. All right. Sidetracked. Tyrone Tracy Jr. for the New York Giants. He's out with that shoulder injury. He's going to be gone for 2 to 4 weeks, leaving Cam Scattaboo, your boy, as the lead running back. Joe, thoughts?
That is Scadaboo's time, baby. If you don't have him yet, pick him up off fantasy waiver wire. He's going to produce. He already produced last week in a loss to the Chiefs, so it's going to be fun watching Cam Scadaboo and Jackson Dart get it together here.
Yeah. Devin Singletary's backing him up too, which Singletary was a menace at some point for a little bit over there in Chicago.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I think actually Cam cannot be on anyone's he can't be on waiver wire still. There's no way.
He should be
But
picked up
Devin
by now.
Singletary might be someone you want to look at if you need somebody. Aaron, how confident are you with well we kind of already know, but with a New York situation here?
I'm interested to see if there is a big change in Jackson Dart. So I'll go 50-50 right now. I because Scatabo is pretty good. For a rookie and Malik Neighbors still. They I don't know if it's a personnel thing, if no one really likes their head coach. I think he's kind of a douche. But no, I'm interested to see how they play with Dart. because I mean, I didn't believe in Russell Wilson going into the season at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor Russ. Okay. Two more. Najee Harris, never much of a producer. He was supposed to be a big time thing, and then he's ruled out for the 2025 season with his Achilles injury. Um, that's a good thing for the
Chargers.
Raiders fans, I guess, if you want to twist it
I
that
mean,
way.
he wasn't really playing
Yeah, he
anyway.
wasn't doing much anyways, but he was still allegedly that playmaker. Joe, do you think it changes chemistry at all?
No, it doesn't. With the Chargers, he was the backup running back anyway.
Yeah, but do you think that puts more pressure on Amari Hampton than everybody else?
I don't think so. I think if the Chargers haven't already, they're going to bring someone in from into the facility to fill that spot. So they'll find a running back that's available or elevate someone from the practice squad.
Yeah. Aaron?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. Just so you know,
But I
Amari
mean, well, they also had that rookie too.
Hassan
That
Haskins.
that yeah, that they're playing more than Najee anyway.
Yeah, Amari Hampton. You never like to see people get hurt, but sometimes it doesn't make much of a difference. One that might or might not, I saved this one best for last, in my opinion. We kind of already touched on it, Joe, because you brought it up. But Mike Evans ruled out for multiple weeks with a hamstring injury, which is forcing the Bucks rookie Amika.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
And
I,
Buka.
yeah. And then Chris Godwin, we're still waiting for his return. How badly does this fuck up Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is the yearly soft tissue injury that Mike Evans appears to suffer every single year. Looking at their depth chart receivers, so yeah, you got Emeka Egbuka, Ryan Miller. You also got Sterling Shepard. He's going to move into the number one spot. It's going to be a tough call because their next game is against the Eagles, and without Mike Evans or Chris Godwin, it's going to be a little tricky, I think, because then they're going to be zero in on them Egbuka. Sterling Shepard will probably get some more. Well, definitely get a lot more targets, but it's definitely going to put the Bucks in a tough squeeze here for the foreseeable future, and at least until they get one of them back, Godwin or Evans.
Are we seeing more production out of Bucky Irving?
Running wise, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like the way it's been going with Bucky is he's the first and second down back, and then Rashad White is the third down and the red zone back. And I preface red zone by saying within 3 yards or so. He's kind of the power back.
Yeah, but are we looking at more what is it? Running back screens or something to the outside?
They're gonna have to think of something, man. Especially the Eagles coming to town. Or
I
yeah,
mean, I put some trust in Baker. You know, he's able to get the ball down the field too. I mean, don't
that's
get me
him.
wrong. I think they're gonna lean a little bit more towards the run, but I think Baker, no matter who's on the field, can get the ball down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's what worries
Yeah.
me is because like I was still waiting for him to produce more, and now he's not gonna have all of his weapons, so it's
But
gonna be
they still win. You know, they
Yeah,
still won.
he's producing enough, Nick.
Yeah.
You have a very high ceiling here. I appreciate
I
it and I
fuck
respect it,
yeah,
but
dude.
Baker's
You're
been fun to watch this
touchdowns a
season.
game. Fuck that. You better get 3 touchdowns a game.
Okay, my
Uh,
guy.
All right, fantasy owner Nick.
one more thing. I totally forgot. Nick Bosa's out for the rest of the season with the torn ACL,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
affects obviously the Niners in a huge way. They
Mm-hmm.
said they're
Yep.
gonna drop the rest of the season. It's unfortunate.
Thank you
All
for
right.
reminding me. I was just making some fantasy moves real quick while I can remember.
Yeah, that's what we do here on Opinions Mostly. Is we
That's
give
right.
you all the insights you need.
Fuck, I have Mike Evans in our league. Oh, cool. We have other reserve spots.
Okay.
Um.
I feel it.
All right, guys. I got a question for you. What is the biggest surprise, positive or negative, that you've
Mhm.
seen so far through 3 weeks in the NFL? It could be teams, it could be person, it could be whatever, coaching, you name it.
Yeah. We've kind of touched on it a little bit tonight, but might honestly, because there are big surprises, two teams that are 0-3. The Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans.
Okay.
Huge surprises that either one of those teams are 0-3 and not able to win games.
Yeah. Nailed it. I'm gonna piggyback off that with the big surprise of negative being CJ Stroud, man. You want to believe, you know? I
Hmm.
feel like he's gonna be like the Najee Harris of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He can't win games. They keep dropping. They had high hopes last year. Things were going good. Even the year before that, it's like, all right, next year's our year. They were the Dallas Cowboys. Next year's our year, in my opinion. Okay, these guys could be dangerous, and they have fallen off that cliff this year. Um, Positives. I'll touch on positives real quick. The Ravens are 1-2.
Oh,
That's a positive.
positive depending on how you feel about football.
Yeah. I'm shocked the Ravens are 1-2, but I think they will dial it in. I think they'll get back to a winning team. They'll have a big turnaround, and it could actually be a positive thing for them to lose this early in the season. Joseph,
Um, I like the preference, uh, the Houston Texans and the CJ Stroud slander. They have the worst offensive line in the league, and it started with their offseason move where they traded Laramie Tunsil to the Commandos, which are having a pretty decent season thus far offensive line wise. So I think with Stroud, I think it's more because of the offensive line, similar to the Giants situation. So yeah, just a little bit with that CJ Stroud slander a little bit. I think yeah, the Bengals, you guys or the Dolphins, you guys' points, like we didn't hear shit coming out of training camp with the Finns, like negative or positive. They're very quiet. It was complete silence. Nothing was getting leaked out of the facility. So you thought for sure like they would be a lot better than they are right now, to Aaron's point. But um, obviously they're not that good because they lost that first game to the Colts, which I think is probably one of the biggest surprises of the league with Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones, leading the Colts here to 3-0, no punting through last game, one punt only. I think personally for me, positive wise, I think the Colts being where they are at now and Danny Dimes being where he's at physically in Indianapolis. So
yeah,
negative wise,
touch on
I
that.
think
Let me touch on that. Let
yeah,
me
yeah.
hold your thought. They're 3-0 in the conference, 1-0 in the division, obviously, because they're undefeated and there's been 3 games. But in their division, it's the Colts, then the Jaguars at 2-1, and then the other two teams, the Texans, which you just talked about, 0-3, and the Titans 0-3. So that division, or that yeah, excuse me, that division is almost a runaway right now because Jacksonville
Oh
is not
yeah.
going to be able to compete with them.
And I think the negative is I'm surprised how bad the Cowboys are, especially defensively. I mean, I know they're going to take a step back when they're trading Micah Parsons, but yeah, that game one of the season against the Eagles, I was left more impressed with the Cowboys and their performance against the Eagles. And if CeeDee Lamb catches a couple of those balls, maybe the Cowboys win that game. You're like, you know what? They might be all right here without CD. No, no.
Be
They're
quiet.
absolute trash. They're done. They're gonna go like 6-10, 6-11, something like that.
Be
They're
quiet.
done. They're cooked. Chat, they're cooked.
They're cooked, chat. I'm gonna give a big shout out to the NFC West because they are the strongest division right now on paper. Niners 3-0, which we already know they're gonna drop. Arizona Cardinals 2-1, Seattle Seahawks 2-1, Rams 2-1. They're the only division that are stacked like that. Everybody else, like Aaron said earlier, it's been a weird first 3 weeks season of football. You got 2-1 records leading divisions. You got what is this? A 3-0 with the Chargers, and then 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Aaron, I don't want to give you PTSD. Buffalo Bills in the
I
AFC
live
East.
it.
Buffalo Bills in the AFC East 3-0. Patriots 1-2. The Jets 0-3. The Dolphins 0-3. Jets look dangerous. Can the Jets turn it around? I don't know, but talk about divisional placements right now. It looks very weird on paper. Second strongest is the NFC North, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, and the Bears at 1-2. So
Yeah.
shout out NFC North. Let's go, baby.
All right, let's roll, baby.
All right. We are gonna roll, Joe, right into our college football need to knows.
Okay. Last week, I covered it on the previous podcast. We had some good games that ended up happening. I think Indiana is showing the Hoosiers are showing that they are definitely a team to compete with in the Big Ten.
Right.
Auburn loses to Oklahoma 17-24. Texas Tech runs the Utes 34-10 and Utah. That was big time game right there for sure. Another close one. Michigan 30, Nebraska 27. I thought Nebraska legitimately had a chance to they were going to pull this off. That would be huge if they did, especially in Lincoln. Notre Dame has a get right game against Purdue, 30-56 win. Miami beats Florida 26-7. The U is officially back, it appears. Uh, there's one other game in here I was looking for. Can't find it, unfortunately. Okay. Rolling into next week, I think this is probably going to be the most stacked weekend of college football we are going to have, gents. And I know I sent a text message months ago about this too. All right. Starting off in the morning window, USC at Illinois. Big game. LSU at Ole Miss in the afternoon window. Ole Miss is a favorite by 1.5 points. Auburn at Texas A&M in the afternoon window. Tennessee at Mississippi State. I don't know, Nick. I don't think you need to worry about that.
Tennessee's got that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about that. Rolling into the evening, we got Oregon at Penn State. 5:30 start time, or 5:30 start time for me at least. Check your local listing. This will be a whiteout game. Look for the entire crowd that wears straight white. Going on at the same time on
Oregon's gonna win that. Oregon's gonna win that real quick.
Oregon's gonna win that. Okay.
Calling it.
Don't fault you for picking them.
Ducks.
And then in the evening window as well, going on at the same time, Alabama at Georgia. Georgia's been Kirby Smart. Georgia's 1-6 against Bama the last couple of years they've been meeting up, but Saban's not there anymore to protect them. So, is Alabama on upset alert? Georgia's the favorite right now, home 3.5. And
that game's gonna be fun to watch.
Yes,
I am going to FaceTime my boy Adam. He's a big Alabama fan. He's always like, "Roll Tide," but we know how the dogs
Roll
play.
Tide.
You know how the dogs play. Go ahead. Sorry, keep
Go
going.
dogs. Go dogs. And then the evening window, the very last game, it's such a late start time. BYU at Colorado. BYU ranked 25th. Colorado is looking for a get-right game here after losing to Houston last week on Friday. They got cooked. So this is probably going to be the most fun we're going to have in terms of college football slate until we get the rivalry weekend and then also with the bowl games and playoffs. Back to you, Nick.
Hey, I love it, Joe. Thanks for the college update. If you guys love college football, be sure to check out Joe's side podcast. It's called I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Joe's College Special Teams. All right. Moving on. We got to give a quick update on the MLB as well. Some of us love to watch the MLB, some of us don't. I have grown to accept for the
What
fact
is that?
exactly my point. Except for the fact that
The A's who?
the Athletics, they're absolute
The
garbage,
Unathletics.
straight trash. But Aaron, you will be happy to know they are eliminated from the playoffs, but they still have a better record than the Los Angeles Angels.
Who cares?
And also know your stadium is actively being built in Vegas as we speak.
You have a new future ahead of you.
Who cares?
All right. So who's in? Milwaukee Brewers, dude. The Brewers, the Brew Crew, second time in 2 years. They have sealed their playoff berth. They are 96-63 ahead of the Chicago Cubs at 88-69. So shout out to the Brew Crew. Brew Crew could go all the way. I know you're not supposed to say that, but I'm going to say that because whatever. I don't, they're my second favorite team, but I'm not as big of a baseball fan as I am a football fan. Also, shout out to the. No, I'm not going to shout out the Dodgers. Don't get me wrong. Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies have sealed their fate. They are in. Chicago Cubs also in. Dodgers have clinched their 13th consecutive playoff appearance. Okay, 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the Dodgers. Toronto Blue Jays. They're the first team in their first AL
That's
team.
wild. That's wild.
Postseason berth. Yeah, Blue Jays are coming up. The Padres, okay, they clinched their fourth postseason trip. If I had to pick anyone besides the Brewers, I'm gonna have to go with the Padres. The New York Yankees, the Seattle Mariners, okay. So we got a good run here. It's anybody's ball game, as they say. I'm gonna be rooting for the Brew Crew. Unfortunately, the Giants always start out really strong, suffer in the middle, try to pull it up at the end, and then lose. So it's always next year, baby. Selene is actually
What?
MLB fan, and she watches all the games. Like it's crazy. Like I watch every football game. She's always got every single day because there's one every single day except for like 5 days out of the fucking year. She's always like, "Oh, Nick, the Giants are winning," and then she goes, "Did you see the Giants lost last night?" Maybe it's okay. You're pregnant. Don't worry.
That's funny.
Um,
Why don't you talk about like, the biggest retirement in MLB right now?
the biggest retirement. Joe, do you
Mm.
know who it is?
Yeah, we got Clayton Kershaw retiring from the Dodgers after this season. So let's see how far the Dodgers can get in the postseason run here.
Fuck you, fucking Dodgers bullshit. Um, I'm gonna give a couple of key highlights for Clayton because yes, he is really good. His win-loss record is 222 and 96. That's incredible.
Dang.
I know. If only the Raiders were that good. Uh,
Shut the
his
front
earned run
door.
average is 2.5, which is unheard of. That's fucking insane. He has over 3,000 strikeouts. He's pitched over 2,849 innings. He's played 453 games. He's been an all-star for 11, excuse me. He's been an all-star 11 times. He's won three excuse me, gosh, Young Awards, and he's got the MVP only once, which is kind of crazy. He's won one World Series, obviously. We all know that. Um, it'll be sad to watch him go, but I'm excited for the Giants' future, and I'm excited for next season of baseball. It's anybody's game. Shout out
Shout out
Clayton.
shout out to the Colorado Rockies for not finishing as the worst possible franchise record or worst record of all time in MLB.
That's true. This so far. Um, who is that? White Sox? No, no. Rockies are 40. They're 43 and 114.
That's
So
pretty bad.
yeah, I was gonna say
Cleveland
White
Spiders,
Sox.
1899, 20 wins, 134 losses.
That's no, that doesn't count. What are you talking about? Minor
I
this year?
think, yeah, I feel like we've talked about that like last year or the year before.
Hmm.
As you can tell, we don't pay much attention to the MLB anymore.
Hmm.
Once one of our teams does good, we'll definitely watch. Anyways, shout out Clayton Kershaw. You did great. Unfortunate that you weren't a Giant. You would have had more World Series rings. All right.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh man,
moving
jeez.
on, guys. Let's hit our segments up real nice and hard. Starting out with the one, the only, hammering the motherfucking stats.
That's me.
That is you.
Well, welcome back. Week 3. Go through again 3 categories. We'll get into defense later. Passing, rushing, receiving, strictly yards and touchdown counts. The way that these are ranked is by yards rather than touchdowns. Touchdowns are just a little bit of extra. So getting into it, let's start with the receiving top 5. We got Cincinnati Bengal Jamar Chase, who pretty much went #1 overall in every fantasy league across the globe, maybe
Yeah.
even Mars. Who knows?
Wait, you
Uh,
mean rugby shaped Mars? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
rugby
oh
shaped
yeah,
Mars.
huh? He has right now 241 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. Number 4, New York Giant Malik Neighbors. He has 251 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Number 3 is Ricky Pearsall from the San Francisco 49ers with 281 yards, 0 touchdowns. Number 2, Seattle Seahawks, Jackson Smith Najigba with
Yeah.
323 yards and 1 touchdown. Number 1 is Los Angeles Rams Puka Nakua with 333 yards and 0 touchdowns.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
happening with that, Joe? Where are we at with that?
Um, they're using Puka as kind of the main slot receiver come across the field. They're trying to get Devontae dialed in with those long bombs, the one-on-ones in the end zone. He scored those touchdowns, but it just hasn't happened yet. Don't worry, he'll be scoring touchdowns in no time.
Shout out Puka.
Yeah. Trey Tucker's tied with the most receiving touchdowns at 4. That's funny.
'Cause-
Yeah. Oh, he was the first touchdown for the season two. Moving on to the rushing,
Hmm.
number 5, starting with Atlanta Falcons, Bijan Robinson, who has 239 rushing yards, 0 touchdowns. Number 4 is Derrick Henry with the Baltimore Ravens. It's surprising to see him that low, even though he's in the top 5. He's usually sitting at 1 or 2. We
Wait, sorry,
got
sorry. I gotta touch on that. Derrick Henry fumbled once in every single game that has cost them
yeah,
games.
he's
Yep.
got he has the most fumbles in the league.
Yeah.
So he's got 242 yards and 3 touchdowns, 3 fumbles. Number 3 is Jacksonville Jaguar, Travis Etienne, 270 yards with 1 touchdown. Number 2, Buffalo Bills, James Cook, 284 yards and 4 touchdowns, which I believe is the most touchdowns in the league. Number 1, blast from the past. Indianapolis Colts, Jonathan Taylor, with
Hey,
338 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Go, JT.
that guy's turned into a scoring machine.
Oh
Dude, I
yeah.
could have drafted him this year.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, really, uh, any given year, right? All right, moving on. Last category would be passing yards. Number 5, New England Patriots, Drake May, with 785 yards and 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Number 4, Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott with 800 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Number 3, Indianapolis Colts, Indiana Jones, Daniel Jones, 816 yards and 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, boys.
There we go.
Number 2, don't get too excited, with a 63.2 completion percentage, would be Las Vegas Raiders, Geno Smith,
Oh
with
boy.
831 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Number 1, Los Angeles Chargers, Justin Herbert, 860 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. But he also has a 66.7% completion percentage as well. Again, I will be going into defensive stats. I'll probably start looking at them next week, decide whether or not I'm going to go into them this soon still. But that right now is your stat leaders
Mm-hmm.
so far.
I need to note, because listening to you, correct me if I'm wrong, because I was just listening. 3 out of the top 5 quarterbacks have losing records, correct?
Yeah, Drake May, Dak Prescott, and Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And the other 2, Daniel Jones, Justin Herbert, are both 3-0.
Yeah. Weird,
Yep.
weird fucking years starting out so far.
Wow. This has been a weird year, my guys.
A weird year. Good job, Aaron. We
Yeah.
appreciate your insight into our fantasy football lives and also the yards, because yards count for everything, boys. An inch is a mile. Just ask Joe. He's huge. All right. Speaking of Joe, I think it's time for a special teams onside kick segment.
All right. Yeah. Here we
Pile on
go,
peanuts.
lads.
I was taking a sip during that. An inch. I've never. Okay, moving on.
Is that right?
My penis is a mile long. No.
Let's see here. All right. So crazy weekend for special teams on Sunday, man. There was I counted a total of 7 blocked kicks, field goals, and extra points this weekend. Just for reference, there was only 18 of them that happened last season. So we're already 1/3 of the way in on one weekend of all the blocked field goals and PAT attempts from last season. So that's wild just to start off. All right, so just starting at the very top, we had a couple of punt returns for his scores here. Jalen Lane of the Commanders, punt return for 90 yards, takes it to the house, touchdown.
Hell yeah.
Torrey Horton, 95-yard punt return as well in the Seattle game. And then, while special teams was at it, Seattle was like, okay, let's just block a punt, and we'll just recover it, and they score eventually on that next drive there. So, just starting off right there. We had Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the Chargers. He was able to, Justin Herbert's able to lead the drive down, get a game-winning 43-yard field goal attempt for the Chargers. That go Bolts, I guess. And then we talk about the Buccaneers and the Jets. We were talking about how that game was a lot closer than it should have been. Chase McLaughlin gets a field goal blocked by looks like I didn't write it down. All right. McDonald, Will McDonald. He was the one that blocked it, recovered it, scored it for a touchdown to take the lead, 26-27 for the Jets. And then Chase McLaughlin comes. Baker Mayfield, first off, they left too much time for Baker Mayfield. They left like a minute and a half left on the clock. Too much time for Baker. Too much time for those type of elite quarterbacks. Hey, how you doing? All right. And Chase McLaughlin comes down, 36-yard game-winning field goal tip, 29-26, 27. We're talking about the conspiracy score from earlier. 49ers kicker Eddie Pinheiro, new kicker after Jake Moody gets booted out of San Francisco. No pun intended. It looks like all the fan base turned on him for a while. He's finally out. You bring in Pinheiro. I don't know. What does he do? He gets a game-winning 35-yard field goal attempt for the Niners, which they go 3-0. Like I said, don't clamor to that record for too long, guys. All right. And then Browns, we had a McManus gets blocked with 20 seconds left by Shelby Harris. Browns get good field position. And then, I don't know, the Browns do something they actually don't do. They put a drive together and actually win a game.
Stupid.
Who would have thought that was going to happen? Andre
Not
Smith.
us.
Not me.
Yeah. Andre Smith, 55-yard walk-off field goal for the Browns to beat the Packers 13-10. And last but not least, those pesky Rams. Jordan Davis gets a block on the second field goal. Jalen Carter gets a block on the first one. That's right. You heard it here, folks. The Rams didn't get their field goal blocked not once, but twice. We needed those points to win.
Right.
So, a lot of blocks here, a lot of game-winning field goals, walk-offs here. It was a crazy weekend for special teams, folks.
That was a crazy weekend for special teams, and I know because I suffered it firsthand. So thank you for
Same here.
Chomp. Good job, Joe. Yeah, thank you for updating us on special teams. I think that just goes to show you, if you practice hard enough, you can be on the special teams unit in any NFL team, on any NFL team, and make a go of your career. You can be a game changer, okay?
I could have been a punter.
Exactly. So
All right.
if you're listening, keep kicking balls, okay? Keep kicking the balls. Kick them as hard as you possibly can. You kick them around the balls. You get that shit done. You might make millions winning games for big teams.
That's what I'm going to tell your kid.
Kick 'em in the balls.
Kicking balls.
Go
Especially
kick
if it's
dad in the
girl.
nuts.
I'm okay with that. No.
Oh, boy.
All right. I'm going to wrap this thing up. I got 2 things to show you and 1 bet to place. I did get this really cool Sterling Sharp, which you can't really see,
Nice.
but it is a limited edition Sterling Sharp. It's number
Hall
70.
of Famer.
Yeah, exactly. 76 out of 199. It's a little pink refractor thing here. Then the other one I got that's pretty cool is, even though he's hurt, he's been injured before season started, Marshawn Lloyd. This is a rookie patch right here. You can't see it, but if he ever becomes something, this card will be worth something. It's a really nice card. Super stoked to have it.
All right.
All right. Shark Chomp bet of the week. I'm going to go rogue here because if you watch this podcast, you would know that my bets are not fucking hitting whenever I post them. For that reason and that reason alone, I'm going to pick the LA Rams to beat the Colts. I'm going to pick the Raiders to beat the Bears. And then I'm going to pick the Packers to beat the Cowboys. $5 bet's going to pay out $19.35. So if you feel confident that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you should put $100 on that and you will make, 4 times as much. So let it ride. $5 bet's going to pay $19.35. I'm taking Rams, Raiders, Packers. All right.
You're really going out on a limb there with that Packers selection.
That was the
Raiders,
one.
honestly.
That was the toughest one. Boys, I love you. We're going to do our little short picks episode here in just a second. So, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Throw your questions in the DMs or throw your questions on the comments. We're going to answer them if you do it. We appreciate everything you guys have given us, which is absolutely nothing. So we appreciate it.
Be kind. Love one another.